What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So this video is how to play golf like a pro. So we're going to play the first 4 holes. We've got 2 par 4s, then we've got a par 5 up the hill, and then we've got a really good par 3. And I'm going to play those holes, talk you through what I'm thinking on every shot, hopefully get some good shots on camera for you guys, and yeah, we'll see how we go. So this first hole here, it's not the longest hole. It's 320 meters, 350 yards. But we've got 2 bunkers. We've got a bunker on the right and a bunker on the left. Now the bunker on the right, really don't want to go in there because it will leave you with an awkward distance bunker shot over water to a green. So you can get aggressive on this hole and go further up if you choose to. But for me personally, I like laying up just short of that bunker. It leaves me with a full wedge into a front pin, maybe a 9-iron, big 9-iron to a back pin. So I'm going with 5-iron. This should leave me just short of the right trap. Left trap should not really be in play because I like to hit little fades. So what do? Even though I'm just hitting a 5-iron off the tee, I'll pick an intermediate target, go through my pre-shot routine. My target is one of the out of bounds posts in the distance because the rule is small target, small misses. Well, this is the theory, sorry. Small targets, small misses, big targets, big misses. So we really narrow it down. It's not just, I want to hit this fairway. It's where do I want to hit this ball? What does the shot look like? So aiming at that target, get my intermediate target and set up and pull the trigger. So there we are guys, absolutely nuked my 5-iron off the first tee. We always use a laser. I don't know if you've got a laser, but I always say this is the best $400 you'll ever spend in the game of golf. You know, if a pin's at the front or the back, it could be the difference between 4 clubs, and the closer you are to the target, the better off you'll be. So I've got 120 meters. Pin is right in the front of the, right in the middle of the green. So really, I'm not really thinking about left side or right side or short or long. 120 meters. For me, it's a 3/4 wedge. And I'm gonna go straight at it. This green is a little bit firm, so I do know this personally because this is my home course. But what I'm gonna do is I got 120 on the number. I wanna back this up to 117. So I wanna try and land at 117. It should get a hop and then it should stop. So we're going to line up, I'm going to get the feel of the shot, line it up. So 3/4 pitch wedge for me. I really like to feel it in my arms, my hands, and then we're going to pull the trigger. Okay, it's a couple yards left. Probably pin high, so not a bad shot. Not the best shot in the world, but not bad. Always chuck your divots back too, by the way. I did get told by my dad when I was young, look after the golf course looks after you. All right, here we are, first hole, pitch mark. Probably just short of the pin high really. I've probably flown it, 117 was my number. A straight line, I've probably flown it about 115, but it released a couple meters like I thought. We're on the first green. Sort of no stress. We've got a birdie putt. Now for me, I always like to pace it out. So we've got 6 meters, so 6 times 3, that's 18 feet. So I like to have in my head how hard I'm trying to hit this putt. Because I do know when I'm putting well, obviously my pace is really good. All right, not bad, good for pace. Now that's a tap in par on the first hole. Always nice to have a stress-free par to start off with. Now we can go to the next hole. All right, second hole here, 347 meters. Once again, not the longest hole. So that's about, what, 380 yards. I just go with 4-iron. So it's quite a scary tee shot for people that are new here and don't really know how much room is up there because obviously we've got to carry all this water, but it does open up a little bit. But once again, I don't see the reward in hitting it further down there. So Yeah, I just go with 4-iron. Once again, pick out a really small target in the distance. Got one of the out of bounds posts lined up. That's my target pretty much every day, or that's my finish line, sorry. So obviously if the wind's off the left or the right, I have to compensate, but no wind today. Take my alignment. It's about a 5-yard pull, but should be left side of the fairway. No trouble at all. But yeah, if you like these sort of videos, when I did start YouTube, I did have a vision of doing these sort of videos. Get myself a microphone that's nice and close so I can just talk through my shots. Hopefully give you guys some tips, teach you how to hit some golf shots, teach you how to get out of certain golf situations. But yeah, if you like these sort of videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm going to get a few more coming, and also share with your mates. Got to try and grow this channel as big as possible. So the more sharing you guys do, the bigger we can get. Once again, we've got the laser out. Well, 148 meters. What's that, 160 yards? I just want to get back to that tee shot. I did talk about the wind, if the wind's off the left or the right. My center line, my target is still the same, but obviously you've got to use the wind or go against it to get it back to that target line. That's what I mean by target line. And also, if it's downwind or into the wind, it's not like I'm going to stand there and hit 4-iron if it's downwind, because the further up this fairway, the tighter it gets. And obviously the further back down that fairway, the tighter it gets. This is the widest part. This is why I hit it here, or try and hit it here. But yeah, that's my theory on this hole. It's trying to be aggressive, but like knowing your percentages. Just right of this fairway we've got water, and just left of this fairway we've got out of bounds. So it's 2 penalty hazards right there. All right, so into the second shot here. The lie is absolutely perfect. We're just on a bit of a slope here. It's a little bit of an upslope, maybe ball a little bit below my feet. So for me personally, it's going to want to push it to the right. Now this green here, it slopes very much back to front. So even though we've got 8-iron in our hand, just short of this pin is actually perfect, because you'll be putting up. So just short and just left. On the left-hand side of this green, it's very slopey. So I'm always trying to get to the left side of the pin. Playing the percentages though. So yeah, 148. Now I could probably get a 9-iron there. If I was in the fairway here on the flat lie, I would probably hit 9-iron right now. But because we're on an upslope, I'm actually going to go 8-iron and just swing a little bit smoother. Just a 90% swing. We're really just trying to find the putting surface. Now I did say it wants to shoot to the right, so I'm going to aim this probably a couple yards left. So once again, I pick out a target in the distance. Tree trunks, posts, whatever it is, fringe. And you just got to really nail down on those small targets that you pick. We're playing aggressive to our targets. All right, it's come out pretty straight. There we go, middle of the green. All right guys, so why the pros are so good at golf is because they can switch on and they can switch off. They switch off from bad shots, they switch on when it's their turn. It's impossible to concentrate for 4 hours or however long your game of golf goes for. So it's all about switching on, switching off at the right times. Just a little tip I like to give people when they're walking up to their shots from down the fairway while they're talking to their mates, looking at what shot they've got coming up, just looking from a distance, what's the contours. So as I was walking up here, I could see this putt was a little bit uphill, obviously sloping towards the right. So I do like to stand on the low side, pace it out. But yeah, you just got to switch on, switch off at the right time. All right, 7 meters, 21 feet. Are you a player that keeps the flag in, or do you take it out, or do you mix it up? Comment down below. I personally like leaving it in, because when we had coronavirus, we spent probably about 4 or 5 months where we weren't allowed to touch the flag, and I was always practicing with it in. I went to a tournament, I thought, I've got to keep this in, I've practiced with it in, so I might as well keep it in. And I've kept it in ever since. A couple of times when it comes out, I actually like lose my sense of direction when I'm lining up. So yeah, I really like to have it in. And these flag sticks are nice and skinny, they're not the big fat ones where punches the ball out. All right, I've got 21 feet. It's a little bit uphill. I would say maybe like 1 foot, if that. So my sort of 21 feet in my brain now becomes 22. That's how far I want to hit it. I've got to read, this is quite a wee way left to right. But we're just trying to get the pace right. Let gravity take place. And 10. Oh, birdie. 1 under through 2. So yeah, stress-free par at the start. Birdie the second. We're on today. Pity we're only doing 4 holes. All right, par 5 here, guys. 478 meters. Green is actually around to the left. It just gradually goes up this hill, so 478 meters. It's about 510, 520 yards. Scary tee shot once again for the people that can't get it onto the hill. But yeah, I don't sort of have that problem. I can choose between driver and 3-wood, just depending on what the day's bringing, what the wind's doing. So this wind is just straight off the right. I'm gonna hit my 3-wood because this has a little bit of sort of margin for error. Once again, percentage play. Driver for me with that wind has to be absolutely perfect. And I do know if I hit a good 3-wood, I can get home in 2 anyways. Okay, so I'm gonna aim at that single tree on the hill. Just try and hit a little draw. Visualize the draw shot. The wind should take it. Absolutely pumped it. That's perfect. There we are, A1 position for the tee shot. Sorry I'm puffing a bit, it's a killer hill to walk up, especially on the 3rd hole of the day. All right, how far we got? Now that pin was quite hard to get with my laser because there's a tree behind it, but a little tip is what you think is the number. So I got 236 meters there, but I also lasered the top of the tree just to make sure I actually got the flag, because there's nothing worse than hitting a really nice golf shot over the back into the bushes. But yeah, lasered the top of the tree, that was 269, so yeah, 236 uphill. So we're uphill probably about 8 yards, 8 meters. So 236 now becomes 244. Yeah, 244, which is about another stock 3-wood for me. Now, if I was further back or this hole was playing into the wind, there's actually a cross bunker that's about 80 meters short of the green. You do not want to be in there. And to be quite honest with you, for 3 years while I played this golf course, I've been in it once, and that was last week. It was horrible. Made a nice easy 6. All right, so the cross bunker is not in play today. We're on a little bit of an upslope, so this is going to want to turn to the left, which is absolutely perfect because I think that pin is back left. So anything sort of right of this flag stick, short of this flag stick, we're just going to be chipping straight up the green. Okay, so 244, or plain 244. I'm going to be aiming just right of the green, which is that lone bush, but I'm not just going to be aiming at the bush, I'm going to be aiming at the left side, so I'm really narrowing down my target, making that a small target, really concentrating on the shot. And this is going to produce a little draw with the slope. Now I didn't feel comfortable there, so I'm going to step away and we're going to get my line again. If you're not comfortable, step away. You've got a couple of seconds. I'm not a great fan of slow play, but at the end of the day, if you hit a better shot because you took 2 more seconds, I'm all for that. All right. Oh, it's middle of the green. I flagged it. And that's one of those shots we don't know how close it is because obviously the uphill slope. All right, there we are, guys. Pretty good result. We do have about 45 feet though, but obviously pretty happy to hit it on the green in 2, par 5. You know, these are obviously the scoring opportunities for the long hitters. Got to really capitalize on those par 5s. All right, once again, I'm going to pace it out. Right, 18 meters, 18 times 3 is 54. Yeah, 54, good maths. All right, I'm going to stand on the side, on the low side, although it's pretty straight putt, but it just gives me an indication of it is uphill. So 18 meters, 54 feet. You know, really these ones, yeah, if you hold these ones, you buy a lotto ticket. But all I'm really trying to do on these long putts is just get the weight right. You know, the less work you have to do for the next putt, the better. If they go in, they're an absolute bonus. But so I've got 18 meters in my head. This is how hard I want to hit it. You know, I do practice on the putting green different distances, so I know how sort of hard to hit it, hopefully. Oh, that jumped. Okay, it was not the best stroke. It jumped early, so it pulled up short. We're not out of it, we've still got a birdie putt. Sorry, it's just the guys, group behind me. All right. Now, I probably didn't really sort of switch on that last putt as much as I should have. And now it's time to switch on here. I try and keep this momentum if you hold these sort of putts. Momentum. Right. Not much in this. I line my ball up with my putter. Pick out an intermediate target. It's about 2 feet in front of me, or just something that sticks out. And then that's how I line up. Yeah, just left. Did say about momentum, that's losing the momentum. 3 putt on a par 5. But hey, it's still a par. All right, here we are, 4th hole, Golf Park Moossee, par 3, beautiful. Really good par 3 actually. We are playing a forward tee, the back tee is actually getting a bit of work done, but it's about 25 yards back. But we're going to make the most of this, hopefully shorter hole. We've got 159 meters, about 175 yards. Now this plays about 4 meters downhill. I always take off about 4, so 159, 155. Now, this pin is just past the ridge. The pin is back right. So ideally, I want to be just left of this pin. I don't want to be right of it. Right of it, very, very hard up and down. I've got 8 iron in my hand, 155. Yeah, so my thoughts on this hole. Now from the back tee, it doesn't really matter where the flag is, especially if it's at the back actually. There's actually a telephone tower on the hill that I aim at because I know that's middle of the green. And middle of the green with like a 6 iron in your hand, you know, it's a golf shot, you know, no stress there. But because we've got 8 iron in our hand, we can be more aggressive. Like I say, and this pin is back right, just over a ridge. If we're right, very, very hard up and downhill. If we're short, we've got to putt over that ridge. So if anything, pin high left, perfect shot. So I hit little fades, so this actually suits my shot ideally. So I'm going to aim this about 5 yards left, so it's the edge of that tree there, and really narrowing down on my targets. Remember, small targets, small misses. All right. A couple yards pull, but should be pin high on the green. We're putting. All right, there we are. Like I thought, pin high. 155 is an 8-iron. Here's the slope that I was talking about. So it's actually just behind the slope. If we were chipping from there, near impossible, up and down. And then chipping from here, very, very difficult. But because we're pin high, we're putting straight into the hole. All right, 12 meters, 36 feet. I actually got a nice little backstop with that hill. All right, stand on the low side. Give me a bit of sort of visual of if we're going uphill or downhill. It's actually pretty flat. Maybe at the hole it might go up a little bit, but yeah, 36 feet and playing it. Hopefully you're enjoying these sort of course strategy, course management. You know, we played 4 holes. I haven't really hit any great shots. Maybe the putt on the second hole was world class, but everything else has been pretty average. But I haven't panicked or made a bogey or a double. You know, 1 under after 4 holes is not a bad start at all in a tournament. Bit short once again, not switched on, but uphill putt, rolls in. There we go. There we go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you did so, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy your golf.